Hi guys. So this week you have 2 assignments per usual. So we are not going to be covering any new material this week. It's going to be a review week, and you're going to be combining what we've been focusing on in class, specifically last week, Estar with prepositions, with Dia de los Muertos. So we are going to go through, we are going to watch a little video together, and you guys are going to build your own altares con ofrendas, and then you're going to describe them using estar and prepositions. And this week you're also going to have a completely open note grammar quiz over all this. It'll be great. So we'll go ahead and get started. So here we go, ofrendas y preposiciones. So we are going to watch a little video together right now.
You struggle to think about like how much plastic's really out there. And it blows me away to just see the sheer volume of plastic that's on this coastline.
Over. Here we go. Real video.
Dia de los Muertos is the tradition of honoring departed loved ones. On Day of the Dead, we don't celebrate death, we celebrate life. We invite their souls to come and visit us. Home altars can be set up to honor and guide loved ones through their spiritual journey. Marigolds are a traditional flower for Dia de los Muertos. Their bright color and strong aroma are believed to help lure spirits. Lighting candles on your altar will shine their light and guide souls to the altar. Dia de los Muertos is not just about celebrating family, it's also about eating delicious food and placing ancestors' favorite meals on your altar as offerings. If you like, you can also place religious statues. Colorful skulls represent the spirits being honored and symbolize the cycle of life and death. Be sure to display photos as well as personal objects to honor your departed loved ones. Rather than being viewed as a sad holiday, Dia de los Muertos is a time of celebration. It is believed the dead awaken and visit their living families to celebrate the lives they lived.
Okay, so there's our little video. So we're going to take what we heard, and here are instructions. So in this project, you're going to be designing a virtual Dia de los Muertos altar for someone who's passed away. This can be a family member, a historical figure, or a celebrity. So you are going to use this Google Slide template to create your altar. Or if you'd prefer, if you don't want to work on a computer, you can always draw this out and submit a picture of your drawing. That is completely fine. And I'm going to have a very, very detailed example for you guys to all look at. So you are going to need a minimum of 8 to 10 objects on your altar, on your slide. And I want these to include a mixture of some of the traditional elements of a typical altar, some like traditional ofrendas, and then some that are very specific to your person. So some of the traditional ofrendas are pan de muertos, bread of the dead, some pictures of the deceased, candles, their favorite music, favorite foods, memorabilia, incense called copal, and marigolds. So right there, that's like almost your requirement. And you're going to need to write about the ofrendas that you've placed on your virtual altar. And you're going to write 10 sentences using estar and prepositions to describe the location of the objects. And the last thing you need to be sure and include is the person's name that you're building this altar in dedication of. So if you would, once again, if you'd prefer to draw this on a separate sheet of paper and submit a picture on Google Classroom, that is totally fine. So here's the little one that I made. So first off, I put the person's name, David Bowie. If you don't know who David Bowie is, he's a famous singer, musician, actor, kind of, that passed away a couple years ago. So in the background, I have papel picado, this paper banner. Papel picado is like a traditional folk art from Mexico. I have his guitar. I have an album cover of his. I have his iconic lightning bolt, some sugar skulls, pan de muertos, lots of little candles, a picture from one of his most popular movies, Labyrinth, some marigolds down here at the bottom, and then some incense over here on the side. So you see, it doesn't have to look like the best, but it does need to look like you tried. So on the next slide, the first slide, this slide right here, that's what you need to make. But to help illustrate this point, to show you what different things I have, so I've duplicated that slide and I've labeled all the different things. And if you noticed, I removed the backgrounds from a lot of the little pictures that I used. So if you are very aware of the way things look and you want your pictures to look cohesive and you don't want random backgrounds everywhere, you can drag and drop pictures straight from Google onto this website remove.bg, and it'll remove the backgrounds for you, and then you'll just have the subject. That way you won't have competing backgrounds. That's totally optional. Just if you're a little bit OCD and you want everything to look good, you can use that. So here are the different things I have. I had 9 objects, and I could have easily put a lot more, but I just chose not to. So I have the papel picado in the back, a picture of him, his guitar, his lightning bolt, bread of the dead, sugar skulls, a labyrinth poster, copal or the incense, and the marigolds. And then here are some of my example sentences. I'm not going to read all of them, but I will post this PowerPoint if you want some more specific examples. So the first one says, La guitarra está a la izquierda de la mesa. The guitar is to the left of the table. Then we have, El copal está a la derecha de la mesa. The copal is to the right of the table. Las flores están debajo de la mesa. The flowers are under the table. So my first 3 sentences described where certain things were at in reference to the table, but you can also describe where objects are at in relation to one another. So you see in number 4, I start to do that. Have el pan de muerto está al lado de las calaveras de azúcar. The bread of the dead is beside the sugar skulls. Then I have 6 more sentences that do that. And that's all you have to do for this assignment. Like I said, if you want to make this on Google Slides, that's great. Feel free to. Or if you'd like to draw this out by hand, you can draw it out. But anyway, good luck. Please message me on Remind, email me if you have any questions. I'd love to help.